Nothing But the Truth. Hello, I'm Raj Chengappa from India Today and your host for Nothing But the Truth. Every week, we will deal with key issues of concern and bring you perspectives and clarity as to why these matter to you and the one clear truth that emerges. With the crucial general elections in 2024 just a year away, the opposition seems to be finally getting their act together. On June 23rd at Patna, 32 leaders from 15 different parties gathered together to work out how they could combine their forces to defeat the mighty BJP. The meeting was convened by Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar with the stated objective of, and I'm putting it in quotes, saving democracy and India from Prime Minister Modi's what they call fascist autocratic regime. Among those that attended, the serving chief ministers who attended was Mamata Banerjee of West Bengal, Arvind Kejriwal of Delhi, Hemant Soren of Jharkhand, and Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin. The Congress party had both President Mallikarjun Kharge as well and Rahul Gandhi as well. And apart from that, there was Sharad Pawar of the NCP, Uddhav Thackeray of the Shiv Sena faction that he represents, Akhilesh Yadav of the Samajwadi Party, leaders of the CPAI and the CPM, the RJD, and a lot of others that were there. Notable absentees, and this is also very interesting, was the YRC Congress, which is in Andhra Pradesh, headed by Jagan Reddy, BRS in Telangana, and BJD from Odisha. Apart from that, there was the Shiromani Akali Dal, the RLD and JDS, and therefore the big questions are whether this could turn out to be, this gathering of opposition leaders could turn out to be a formidable national alliance and could challenge and even defeat the BJP in 2024. Who is going to be the opposition leader? And what are the challenges that they face as they mount their entire campaign against the BJP? And how can the BJP counter them? To discuss these big issues, I have with me Yashwant Deshmukh, founder director of Sea Voter, who does the India Today Mood of the Nation poll biannually. His agency tracks these trends regularly. So welcome, Yashwant, to the show.
Thanks, Raj. Always a pleasure talking to you.
So let's begin, Yashwant, as to your assessment as to whether the new opposition grouping poses a significant threat to the BJP and to Prime Minister Modi.
Well, to start with, Raj, something is always better than nothing. So far, we have seen, right, opposition in completely disarray whatsoever. At least they are moving in some direction. Good, bad, or ugly, that is something for the voters to decide. And as you just mentioned, over the next 6 weeks, we'll be doing the MOT and field work. So by 15th of August, we'll know in definitive numbers what exactly India thinks about all these combinations and whom would they vote for if the elections would have held today. But today, I would be talking largely from the tracker numbers on the governance and the popularities of different chief ministers and other leaders across India. And maybe we can probably use this opportunity as a curtain raiser to revisit these numbers once our MOTN is out. But all in all, at least they are heading, or they have started towards some direction to move around. By and large, in the last 2 years, we have seen multiple rounds of chief minister and opposition leaders visiting each other. We have seen more than 2 occasions the Telangana chief ministers doing his own version of Bharat Jodo Yatra of sorts, hopping from one capital to the other capital and with the photo sessions and everything. But that wasn't going anywhere. And surprise, surprise, he was completely absent or sidelined, whichever way you look at it, in the Patna congregation. So,
so let's take a look, Yashwant. Start with the combination that was already there. You've had, very powerful leaders like Mamata Banerjee, M.K. Stalin, apart from chief ministers that I had mentioned earlier. And you've had this very interesting grouping that's happening.
Right.
If you see them, in each of their states, they probably can take on the BJP. The point is, can these convert themselves into numbers when it comes to the Lok Sabha, and what factors will determine that? Because if you take, start with West Bengal, look at the number of seats that Mamata Banerjee won last time. Take a look at, and I'd like those numbers from you, if you can just put that out, which is,
sure.
Maharashtra, you take a look, the fact that the Shiv Sena and the BJP won a certain number of seats, will that numbers, hold when 2024 comes? Same thing with Odisha. Same thing with, if you take in Bihar itself, the fact that Nitish Kumar has moved.
Right.
And
right.
last time I think they won 39 out of the 40.
Start from,
let's start the states.
Start from the east,
right.
and probably because you mentioned Mamata Banerjee.
Right.
And this is what fascinates me about the Indian politics and its analysis, Raj.
Right.
Mamata Banerjee, in her own might, actually has delivered the mandate that she was supposed to do or asked to do. She has defeated BJP in the Vidhan Sabha elections, even though BJP became the principal opposition party in Vidhan Sabha of West Bengal. But between 2019 and now, I think Mamata Banerjee has kind of kept her impact intact in West Bengal. It is the question of the stocks which were going down for Left Front and the Congress alliance over there. So the question is whether she would like to go in as a Mamata plus Left plus Congress alliance into the equation, and what kind of impact it might have. We would like to wait and see.
Now let's take a look at the seats that she won last time, and if you can give us that number and the percentage of votes that she got. And let's not forget, there's also this possibility of a rapprochement with the Left and the Congress. So how much would that then add up in your calculation? So let's take the 2019 results and see what BJP and the TMC got.
Right. So if you look into the 2019 numbers, you will realize that Mamata Banerjee was slightly ahead of the BJP, approximately 40% plus votes. BJP was roughly about 2 or 3% less than the Mamata Banerjee. Right. Oddly enough, during the assembly election, Mamata Banerjee's numbers skyrocketed by 10% swing, but BJP remained intact. BJP's number did not go down.
Right.
So obviously, those numbers came from the complete meltdown of the Congress and the Left Front alliance, and this is why they were wiped out. Imagine that Left and the Congress did not have a single member of parliament, a member of assembly, MLA in the Bengal assembly thing.
Which has, yes, go ahead. Yes.
Yeah. But what Mamata is fearing right now is that if after so much of anti-incumbency factor that is seeping in right now, and a lot of that factor we would be witnessing in the upcoming Panchayat election in West Bengal. By the way, Raj, which is very interesting to understand for your audience, 5 years back in the Panchayat poll, almost 25% of the seats were won by TMC unopposed. This time that number has come down to 10%.
Right.
That means, that also tells you the kind of strength or the hold that the opposition parties are sweeping in. And Left Front is pretty much, I don't think that Left would like to play a, kind of a fourth grade and would be happy with contesting 4 or 5 seats under the leadership of Mamata Banerjee. That is a long task to ask for.
Right.
However, even if they agree to that, I am absolutely unsure about whether this complete Mahagathbandhan kind of politics has actually delivered in the Lok Sabha election. 2019, Raj, we had 2 such examples.
Right.
One was in Uttar Pradesh, where the SP and BSP went together. On arithmetic side, they were like a very, very formidable stand.
Right.
But we clearly witnessed that Mahujan Samaj Party voters who did not support Samajwadi Party candidate shifted to the BJP, and BJP crossed 50% vote share in Uttar Pradesh. Same thing we witnessed in Karnataka, where JDS and Congress went together, and again the JDS voter did not shift to the BJP Congress candidates, and BJP crossed 50% mark. So actually, the anecdotal evidence actually suggests that if they go for a seamless alliance in West Bengal, I think that might actually help BJP to consolidate their position as the challenger to Mamata Banerjee, and God knows what would be the results after that.
Now, last time, if I recall, in 2019, out of the 42 seats, the BJP won 18, right?
Exactly.
Now, do you see the BJP or Mamata holding the remaining seats that she won? In West Bengal, or is it advantage Mamata, or you think the BJP can take a little more seats from her this time?
BJP's entire, in terms of seats gain, would be dependent on the votes that Left and the Congress alliance is polling. If they kind of recover from the disaster they had to go through in the Vidhan Sabha elections, then obviously they will eat up into Mamata Banerjee's vote bank, and that will indirectly help the BJP.
Right.
However, this is precisely what Mamata Banerjee wants to kind of avoid. I don't see any flaw in that plan, barring that one, how low can Congress and left settle in the seat sharing that they would be saying that, okay, we are happy contesting 5 or 3 seats over there? Because I don't think Mamata Banerjee would like to give them 10, 15, 20 seats just like that and, create a trouble for her own, because she knows she came to the power, she became what she is by eating up the Congress and the left. So there is no way she would like to give a chance to left front to again, get the oxygen from the Lok Sabha trends and visits.
Yeah, so I think that's a contradiction that we need to look at. Now take Bihar, I mean, where I think the BJP and the combined that with Nitish's party won 39 seats, right, of the entire this thing. So where does that, now that Nitish Kumar has moved out of the alliance that's there and, combined with the RJD, what is the sense that you get of this one?
I think the BJP on its own won only about 17 out of that.
Right, and JDU, that is Nitish Kumar's party, won.
Exactly.
Right.
So I think they would be more than happy to maintain that tally. But arithmetically, Mahagathbandhan of RJD and JDU has been a very, very strong one, which they had shown in 2015 assembly elections, when they swept the assembly elections like anything, defeating the BJP. However, it's been almost like 9 years, Raj, and there are two things which has happened, and the tracker data is showing in that way. First of all, Nitish Kumar kind of humiliated the mandate that Bihar public gave him when he won the Bihar elections in alliance with RJD and then left them. And then he humiliated the Bihar mandate again when he won in alliance with the BJP and left them. And that has taken the brand equity of Nitish Kumar. I think it has got diluted a lot today. When we ask the question of how satisfied are you with the working of the chief ministership, I think Nitish Kumar would be getting a rude awakening, looking at the numbers, because clearly huge number of Bihar voters are clearly in favor of Tejasvi Yadav as the chief ministerial candidate, not in Nitish Kumar anymore. So that has taken the brand equity of Nitish down, number one. Number two, Nitish Kumar as a convener of this entire lot, the way he has been projected, look at the poster and the numbers where Nitish face is in the center and almost twice as big than of, say, Mamata Banerjee or Rahul Gandhi, per se. I think there is some problem with that projection.
But take a look at the fact, Yashwant, that he is now going to combine with Tejasvi Yadav, who has a lot of support himself. So would this combination of these two parties getting together, the RJD and the JDU, change the complexion for the BJP? Because they did use the support, I mean, the number of seats that they got in Bihar to bolster that 303 that they got in the 2019 general elections. So if they start losing that number, then they're already down 20 or so. You are right. Yeah. So where do you see that?
Right. So Tejasvi is popular. Tejasvi, wherever the RJD candidates would be there, Tejasvi's support base is more likely to remain intact and give good results to him. What I am not sure about is the seats where it would be JDU candidate versus the BJP candidate. This is where I have my doubts on, number one. Number two, Nitish Kumar as the face of the opposition alliance, as a convener or anything in the campaign, I seriously doubt, Raj. You are a Kannadiga, what exactly is Nitish Kumar going to tell to Bangaloreans?
Yeah, but I think that is presuming that that is.
Imagine the campaign of Nitish Kumar. You make me the prime minister, and I will make Bangalore as good as Patna, or I will make Karnataka as Bihar.
No, we'll come to the leadership. I'm going to come to the leadership question a little later. But I'm looking at the big states that can challenge the BJP, and Maharashtra is the other big state. Now there again, they had an alliance with the Shiv Sena, so they were able to capture quite a substantial number of seats in Maharashtra. And Maharashtra has, 48 seats that is up for grabs. That is a substantial number. Now, again, the Mahagathbandhan in some senses is holding over there. I mean, not the Mahagathbandhan, sorry, the MVA, Maharashtra, this thing, Vikas Aghadi is holding over there. Now, the fact is, can this combination again challenge the BJP? Because BJP's tally will deplete. I think they won 23 seats. So and they still have to make up the others with the current Shinde's group that is there of the Shiv Sena.
Right.
What is the position when you see your tracker? What is it showing up in terms of that?
Well, Raj, you remember in January, the August MOTN of India Today, and even in January before that, we've actually had red flagged 4 states, Raj. That was Maharashtra, Bihar, West Bengal, and Karnataka, where it was going tough for the BJP.
Right.
So Karnataka is already in front of you, the results that happen. In fact, that might prove to be a blessing in disguise for the BJP, because the anger of anti-incumbency is gone. So let's see how it goes from here. But yes, the arithmetic of the opposition has maximum impact, number 1 in Maharashtra, number 2 in Bihar, for sure. These two are highly, and if at all everybody gets together in West Bengal, that's also a solid arithmetic. How much of arithmetic will turn into a good chemistry in Maharashtra? That is something up in the air for 2 reasons. We don't know yet the seat sharing of how many seats of between the MVA, which party is going to contest and where, number 1. Number 2, there is a fundamental problem in the chemistry as far as Shiv Sena voters are concerned, Raj. I don't see any problem in Congress voters voting for Shiv Sena candidate in order to defeat the BJP. But I do see a problem of Shiv Sena voters, the hardcore Shiv Sena voters, voting for the Congress candidates. That is, or NCP candidate. That is kind of unlikely in my political understanding. However, on paper, when we ask in the survey which party are you going to vote for, we ask that and we sum up, and that arithmetic of MVA is way too strong. In the last 3 MOTNs that we have done for you, we have always maintained that is 10% surplus over the NDA voting intent, However, that is a plain arithmetic that we talk about. What remains to be seen is how it phases out in the coming months as far as the seat allocations and the seat share agreements are concerned, and also the fact that now the state government has changed. I mean, it's the Eknath Shinde and this Devendra Fadnavis government over there. Between them, what kind of seat sharing? I believe I don't think Eknath Shinde's faction will be contesting many seats in Mumbai region, barring Thane, of course, which is his turf. But in the main Mumbai Lok Sabha seats, I don't think they are going to contest, because it's probably going to be BJP versus Uddhav Thackeray Shiv Sena. And a lot we would know, if at all we get to see the Mumbai municipality elections before the Lok Sabha, we would know what kind of numbers they are still holding through. But outside this Mumbai region, this is where the things are going to be a little bit trickier, because these are not the areas where Shiv Sena was a very strong kind of a party, but they did have some significant vote chunks, banks here and there. And how much Uddhav Thackeray can actually appeal to his sympathizers to vote for a Congress or an NCP candidate in the national election, that is something which we need to observe and keep an eye on.
So however, now we have looked at
we have clearly placed MVA 10% ahead of the NDA.
See, we have analyzed the big states where there could be a shift. Of course, we have Uttar Pradesh, where BJP has had 65 out of the 80 seats that's there. And if you look at the states that are going to the polls in November, whether it is in Rajasthan, where they've swept the entire numbers, I think it was 24 out of 24. In Madhya Pradesh, 28, I think out of 29, they would have won. And of course, Chhattisgarh, 9, they had won. Now, here again, there could be, to win almost 100% strike rate could be difficult. That's one point. The second point, that if you look across the south, for instance, where in Karnataka they had won 25 out of 28, they're close to 132 seats, where they are not going to get too many numbers out there. BJD, Odisha seems to be holding on at the moment. Naveen Patnaik still remains strong. Okay, and therefore, if you take a look at the scenario, though the opposition is getting together its act on this one, the BJP itself faces an uphill task to because in each of these states there have been dramatic changes that have happened. And even in some of their bastions, they need not get the 100% strike rate. Whether in Uttar Pradesh, you have seen the phenomenon of Akhilesh Yadav in the elections, whether, the mood could shift dramatically. Is there a danger for the BJP? And won't the opposition game really be that instead of trying to defeat the BJP, which is going to be the entire BJP, which is going to be a very tough task, is they actually just bring the numbers down to about 230, 240, and then the entire thing of whether Mr. Modi will be Prime Minister or not, as the numbers keep dropping, when does the BJP become vulnerable? So the idea is to bring the numbers down from the 303 they had to, say, by about 70 to 80 seats. Then the BJP suddenly is forced into a coalition and begins to weaken. Is that the game?
Well, Raj, you might have come across the number crunching done by our friend and colleague Sanjay Kumar of CSDS, where he had added up from 2019 all the parties which were present in Patna, their vote as a one single candidate against the BJP. And after doing that calculation, he came to a conclusion that even if that is 100% vote transfer of all these parties, BJP's number would be 245. So we are looking at the 245 as the rock bottom number of the BJP, even if this entire, PDA, if I am correct, that is now being named, 100% transfer happens. I was kind of shocked at numbers because I did not do that, but 245, even after that kind of alliance, is a very, I would say that's a very credible number in contest of the BJP. What is surprising to me is that on the face of it, why is it not turning out to be, say, 145 for the BJP like it happened in 2004? Why 245? And the answer, Raj, is actually in the fact that the numbers would not matter much in the non-Congress opposition states because they are already doing their bit. They are already playing their game. Stalin is going to win 39 out of 39 no matter what, that he has won last time. That's it. Problem is Tamil Nadu Lok Sabha seats are going to remain 39. They are not going to become 49.
Correct.
That's the peak performance that he has already delivered. Yeah. Same is with Mamata, same is with BJD, same is with
This is what I want to bring in. We've got about 5 minutes left of this show. I want to quickly bring in the Congress into the picture.
Exactly.
We have had the, Bharat Jodo Yatra. We've seen the revival of Rahul Gandhi's fortunes. We've seen Karnataka. How much of Congress, but the fact is when it comes to the Lok Sabha seats, out of the 183 they directly challenge with the BJP, they win only 15. Do you think the winnability of the Congress party has gone up, or what do your trackers show?
Well, we just released with the ABP the first round of our Madhya Pradesh tracker, and there it is neck and neck with an advantage to the Congress. That is what we have predicted. In the vote share, they are roughly about 44% each, Raj. But when we ask the same sample about the Lok Sabha election, you would be surprised that voting intent was 60-30 in favor of the BJP. That's the kind of, because there is almost like 15% jump from the Congress kitty to the BJP the moment you ask for the Lok Sabha election.
That's a very interesting trend. Because if you see last year, last year, if you remember,
we saw that.
Yes, Congress won Rajasthan, won Madhya Pradesh, won Chhattisgarh in the assembly elections, which was in November there, and by 2019,
and within 4 months, BJP was 25 out of 25 in Rajasthan, and the other states you have told the numbers. Right. So from the Madhya Pradesh tracker that we are looking at, it's a close contest with Congress having an advantage. Congress might very well end up even winning Madhya Pradesh. That is possible. But when you look into their Lok Sabha voting intent, which, by the way, was also the same case in Karnataka, when we were discussing and we were predicting Congress winning Karnataka hands down. But there also the similar kind of almost 10% of reverse swing happening from the Congress to the BJP account for the Lok Sabha voting intent. So the million-dollar question, Raj, is rest of the opposition leaders are going to play their do their job. They are going to score what they are supposed to score. Their strike rate is going to be brilliant. Eventually, it is going to come down to the main striking batsman of the opposition, that is the Congress. Whether or not in the 200 odd seats where it is the Congress versus the BJP, a direct fight, as you may say. Unless Congress increases their own strike rate in those seats, I don't see this game is going anywhere. Even if BJP goes down to 245, I don't really see that as an opening up of window for the opposition parties, because we know for sure there would be enough players like Biju Janata Dal or Jagan Mohan Reddy or others, who would come and pitch in.
Right.
For a fair enough numbers. Nobody wants to be in a shaky kind of a government anymore.
So I've got two final. I think that
likely.
I think you made a significant point. It is that the Congress has to increase its strike rate phenomenally. It has to bat well, to use a cricketing analogy. Two final questions that I have. One is in terms of leadership. Which is the key factor that could determine who's better off? What your tracking is showing. Would Rahul Gandhi lead the coalition? Like you said earlier, we discussed Nitish Kumar. Who should be the opposition face that can really turn the elections towards the opposition?
Well, Raj, Rahul Gandhi's numbers went down after 2019 to below 10% level. At one point of time, he even got down to 9%. But after Bharat Jodo Yatra, his equity went up, and right now he's hovering around 18-19%, which is almost touching his high of 2019 January numbers, and he is likely to gain it further. When you compare it to the next possible guy, it is Arvind Kejriwal, which right now is hovering around 4-5%. Nitish Kumar is not even 1% or 1.5%, in different areas. So obviously, if this leadership thing has to succeed, it has to be, first of all, Congress as the pool, in as far as the leading the campaign or leading the charge or giving a prime ministerial face is concerned. Nitish Kumar or Mamata or Stalin as a prime ministerial face might have an impact in their own home state. As a Mamata Banerjee being a prime minister face may suit the West Bengal electorate that Mamata can be the PM, but not outside West Bengal.
So let's come to that final question. You're saying that the Congress has the edge when it comes to leadership. It certainly has to bat far better for the elections to turn in favor of the opposition. And finally, what is the message that could turn the tide in the opposition's favor? You have such a strong prime minister like Narendra Modi. He comes with a message of not only Hindutva, where he's being able to please his own co-voters, whether it is in the Ram Temple issue, Article 370, and now we have seen the UCC, the Universal Civil Code issue being thrown up. He has a development agenda that's there, and internationally we have seen the kind of success he's enjoyed and the G20 phenomenon. So what should be the Congress's, not the Congress, the opposition's message to defeat the BJP? What will be the 2 or 3 big things that you think could turn the tide?
I think there is only one thing which could turn the tide. That is, if these opposition leaders and Congress stops at centralizing the campaign and going after Narendra Modi. BJP's biggest asset is Narendra Modi. He is the most popular leader in the country today. If the opposition makes it Narendra Modi versus them, they are not going to get anywhere. But if they decentralize it, make the campaign local, focus on the failures of the BJP government, state government, chief ministers, MLA, MPs, on the key issues that the people face in day-to-day life, the inflation, unemployment, other schemes, and as such, that might end up giving them better results. But if they would like to make it presidential of sorts, if they would like to make the campaign against Narendra Modi, the individual, then I think that is going to backfire again.
Well, Yashwant, terrific discussion. I mean, the opposition is going to be meeting up in Shimla. I'm sure they'll listen to all these points that are there. It is still early days. You still got a year ahead. You've got the 3 or 4 major assembly polls coming up, and the outcome of that will also in some senses impinge on it. And let's not forget the way Prime Minister Modi turned around the tables after the Pulwama episode and won decisively in 2019. Maybe that could happen again. But thank you so much, Yashwant, for your time and for your insights. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Nothing But the Truth. I look forward to having you with me the next time. Nothing but the truth.